Hello everyone. So in the previous videos, we talked about how to use the IntelliJ, how to create a project, and we also talked about how to create packages and classes. Now in this video, we are going to talk about some of the basic settings of the IntelliJ. So please open up your Java programming project in your IntelliJ. So this is what your project looks like when you first created the project and when you first created the package and classes, right? And as you can see right now, the font size of those folders, files are too small on the left panel, right? So if the font size is too small, then it's probably bad for your eyes because you will be using this IntelliJ every day starting from now on, okay? So it is important to set the IntelliJ to based on your own preference. You need to be comfortable with the IntelliJ. If the font size of those folders and files are too small, then it's probably not too comfortable to use it for me. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to navigate to the preference window of IntelliJ, and then I will set the appearance and behaviors of the IntelliJ, which allows me to increase the font size of those files and folder names. So to go to the preference window, for both Windows and Mac users, you need to click this settings here. And then from there, you have this preference option. In the Windows, it's displayed as the settings, right? The Windows users, you will see settings, but for the Mac users, you will see preferences. Please click it. Then it will take you to this preference window or settings window for the Windows users. And in this window now I have the options for appearance and behavior, key map, editors, plugins, version control, build execution deployment, as well as language tools, etc. Okay, so in order to increase those the font size of those files and folders that we see on the left panel in the project window, I will go to this appearance and behaviors. Please collapse this appearance and behaviors. And the first option is appearance, right? From the appearance, you will check this use custom font option, okay? And then you will be able to set the size of those folder and file names. Right now it's at 13. Let me set it to 20 to make sure that I am comfortable enough with this new font size. See, now it's much more larger, right? It's much more readable for me as well. Okay, so it's more comfortable for me to look at it. And also, as for the theme color, right now it's using the dark theme color. You could also use the light theme color if you want. Okay, or you could also get more theme colors from the plugins. For example, the favorite theme color that I use is VS Code Dark Modern. Okay, this is one of my favorite theme color. I installed this VS Code theme, this plugin, and then I do have those extra options. Okay, then I have those extra theme options. So if you also wish to get some more theme color other than this just dark and light of the IntelliJ, what you can do is you could click this get more theme option. Then it will take you to the plugins. In the plugins here, you could search for the theme. It will give you all the available themes that you can install. Okay, depending on your own preference. You could check each of the theme one by one to see which one you like the most. This one, I want you to choose it by yourself on your own, depending on the theme color that you like. Okay, so if you wish to use the same theme color as mine, what you can do is here you can search for VS Code theme. This is the theme that I installed. This is the plugin that I installed. After you install this plugin, once you click apply and OK button, it will ask you to restart the IntelliJ. Okay, once you restart it, then you will have the new theme color afterwards. Then you will be able to, then under this appearance option, you will be able to select this VS Code Dark Modern, this theme color. Okay, So this is what it looks like, the Visual Studio Code dark theme color. And yes, you could also, by clicking this button, you could also change the theme color from here, the available theme colors. So we have the other theme colors as well, the ones that I installed by myself. Okay, depending on which theme color you like the most. For me, I will be using this Visual Studio Code dark theme modern. Okay, if you want to be on the same page with me, you could also install that plugin. Let me repeat one more time on how to install a plugin in IntelliJ. You still go to the preference window. Okay, in the preference window, you do have this plugins option, right? In the plugins option here, you can search for the plugin that you want to install. So if you want to install some plugin for the themes of the IntelliJ, you could type theme. It will give you all the available themes that you can install. Okay. And the theme that I'm using is Visual Studio Code theme. This is the theme that I'm using. If you want to be on the same page with me, please also install this theme and change the theme color to Visual Studio Code modern. Okay. And as soon as you change the theme color, after you restart IntelliJ, your Java files will look like this. You see, the color has changed. And next step, you see the source code that I'm looking at right now in this Java file, the font size are too small. If it's too small, then it's also going to make it difficult for me to write my codes and read my codes later on. Since you will be using this IntelliJ every day from now on, I would recommend you to increase the font size of your source codes as well. To do that, you need to go to the editor from the preference window. But once you click this button, you have this preference option. It's for the Windows, it's known as settings. It will be shown as settings. And once you are in the preference window, here you have this editor option, right? From the editor, please select this font and increase the font size. Make sure to give some larger numbers. By default, it could be 15 or 18, but I want you to change to 23 or 25, okay, based on your own preference. Make sure that you are comfortable with this font size that is shown on the right. Usually, I would recommend you to use some larger font size for the source code so that it's easier for you to see and read. And it's also good for your eyes. If it's too small, you will have hard times to read and write the codes. Okay? So those are the basic settings of the IntelliJ. And also one more thing that I want you to make sure is when you click this button here, you do have this project structures here. And in the project structures here, make sure you always check the SDK. SDK stands for Software Development Kit. Our software development kit that we are using in this project should be our JDK 17. Make sure that it is the same. And also another thing that you have to make sure is once you make sure that this project structure, the SDK is the right version of JDK, next you need to set the build execution and Java compiler of the IntelliJ. Okay. You do not necessarily have to do every single time, but sometime the compiler version might change in the IntelliJ. If that happens, if you get some errors like this version of compiler is not supported, that means the version of the compiler has changed in this project. For that, you need to go to the preference window one more time, and then you see this build execution deployment option. Under this build execution deployment option, you will have this compiler option, right? And if you expand this compiler option more, then you will see this Java compiler. So make sure that this Java compiler is always selecting the same as language level. Okay, same as language level. If it is set to some different versions, such as 5, 6, or some different versions than the current JDK version that you are using, then you would have to manually change it by yourself. Okay, if it did not change, then you don't have to set it. After that, you need to click this apply and OK button. So next time when you open your IntelliJ, this font size and also the size of this appearance, those folders and file names will be displayed as it is, just like mine. And make sure that you are comfortable with those font size and those settings of the IntelliJ. If not, please set the IntelliJ preference settings by yourself based on your own preference, because starting from next session, we will be using this IntelliJ nonstop, and you will be looking at this IntelliJ every single day. So it's the best if you set it based on your own preference. Thank you so much, everyone. See you all in the next video.